We cannot change the past, but we can change the future. It's upon us what we want. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to GiFT 2016. GiFT, Global Issue Forum for Tomorrow, is Internet Online Forum, which is for 2 hours. Here, we will talk about two global issues, that is garbage separation as well as global warming. This program is hosted by one of the reputed and one of the beautiful university in Japan, Hokkaido University. We will start with our self-introduction. I'm Kritika Paudel from Nepal and currently master second year student at Graduate School of Health Science. Guys, how about your introduction?
Hello everyone, I'm Kim Andersson, I'm from Sweden, and I'm a first year student of the Modern Japanese Studies program.
Hello everyone, I'm Deepak, I'm from India, and I'm doing my PhD in chemical biology.
Hello everyone, my name is Ami, I come from Indonesia. I am from HUSTEP program in School of Engineering. I am in my first year.
Hello, my name is Shi. I'm from China. Now I study in public policy school. Nice to see you all.
Hello, everyone. My name is Tamir. I'm from Jordan. I'm a graduate student in the School of Engineering, Hokkaido University, Division of Architecture.
And good evening, everyone. My name is West Paraiso. I'm from the Philippines, and currently I'm a graduate student at the Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences. I will be your moderator for the first part of this forum. So I'm very pleased to be here and to have you all as our audience. Yoroshiku onegai shimasu. Kritika, would you like to say something before we start?
Okay, sure. Today, for the first half, we will talk about garbage separation, while the later half, we will talk about global warming. Be a part of GiFT 2016 and you might be invited for Hokkaido University Experience Tour. So there are some steps to apply it. And here are the steps. The first one, you need to go on a Facebook and like our page, Sustainability Week. Step 2, you need to click on Going and leave your self-introduction there. Number 3, you need to participate in today's program and you need to comment there. Step 4, you need to submit your application form by December 4, 2016. Remember, participants, those who are selected for Hokkaido University tour, if you are under 20 years, then you should be accompanied by your guardian or your parents or your well-wishers. So let's enjoy the talk tonight.
Now, remember, if you want to come to Hokkaido University next summer, you must participate in our discussion tonight actively. And don't forget to leave your comments on YouTube and not on Facebook. Okay? So let's now go on to our first topic, which is garbage segregation and reduction practices of Japan and other countries around the world. All right? And before we go to the discussion proper, I would like to leave you with these 3 questions. First, what is the reason behind separating garbage into each category? And then next, is garbage segregation done in your country or your city or your town? And then third, what can we do to reduce our garbage? To introduce our topic, I would first want you to watch our video.
Hello everyone, my name is Shi Jinzhu. I'm from Benxi, China, and I would like to share garbage sorting customs in my hometown and the experience in Japan.
interesting video, Shi. Yeah, I must admit that knowing how to separate or where to put your battery and your hair is a little bit difficult here in Japan. So why are you interested in this topic?
Yeah, just as the video shows, in my hometown, there are no strict rules about garbage sorting. But when I come to Sapporo, the garbage sorting rules are really strict. So I want to ask you about your country's garbage sorting rules and the policies. Is garbage sorting a problem in your country? And I would like to hear about your experience. What do you think about garbage sorting? And what do you think about the strict garbage sorting rule in Japan? That's why I pick up this topic.
Thank you. But before we actually move on to the questions, I would like to explain how garbage sorting or garbage segregation is done here in Sapporo. So we have here a pile of garbage, and I would like to ask our friends here to help me separate the garbage into the 6 different kinds of waste. So, guys, please.
Okay.
Sure.
You know, this banana is not garbage, so I will be taking this banana.
Okay, this is for dry
This is the bottle.
This is paper.
Where is paper?
Paper. This is paper.
Plastic is
I already took it out. The plastic is there.
Plastic is here.
How about burnable?
Waste.
Burnable
Where
is
is that banana?
electronic waste.
Electronic waste is there. It's pretty there.
Okay, but burnable waste is with.
That's a nice banana.
All right.
I think it's located here.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Perfect.
Right as usual.
All right. So as you can see, Sapporo separates garbage into 6 different types. Yeah, it looks like a lot compared to other places. Do you guys know what is the reason behind this kind of separation system? Why are we separating the garbage into each category?
Yeah, especially as you know, and as everyone knows, like Japan is one of the developed country and which is mainly important in sustainability growth or sustainability management. And then here is one of the reason, and then they are separating the garbage for 6 kind of trashes, or it may be like 6 kinds of varieties. For example, why it is important means, like for example, like conservation of natural resources and reducing the greenhouse gases and energy conservation and decreased populations, for example. And when it comes to the conservation and the natural resources, the recycling of plastics is take place very important role, especially using organic waste to the methane gas, and it is also one of the advantage in conservation of natural resources like that. Especially this is very important key points for Japanese, not only for Japan, for all over the world who want to control the garbage sorting and to avoid the global warming.
Would you like to add something?
It's very interesting, like especially here in Japan, like they don't have many resources. Like I have noticed that resources here in Japan are very little. So they always use recycling methods. Like in Jordan, also we don't have a lot of resources. So that's why we are adapting recycling methods and using Japanese technology in recycling. This is very important to keep in mind because this is a trend worldwide. It's very important.
All right. Thank you for that. Would you guys like to add something or?
Well, in Sweden, we also recycle quite a lot, and we divide it in even more kinds of categories than in Japan. For example, yeah, for example, we would not have plastic bottles and cans and glass bottles together. We would separate them all into each different category, and then we would also separate like white glass and green glass. So
Like
I
what is
think
the advantage of separation.
I guess
mainly.
they make it easier just for companies to recycle the proper. They will not have to like divide it anything when they go to the recycling place. So it has to make it even easier.
All right. Kritika, did our friends from Facebook or YouTube say anything?
Well, like we have many participants who are right now looking at us, and we are very happy to have you here. Let me check some of the comments from Facebook. That is, few days back, Laila Foggia. I'm sorry if I mispronounced the name. She said like garbage is a problem in Indonesia because regulations, they are not enough. So she is trying her best along with her teachers, her friends, to contribute to reduce this problem. And well done, Laila. This is like before any government do anything, personally or individually, you should be starting with all those things. So I'm very happy that you are doing it and contributing to the society. What do you think, guys?
We're happy for her.
Okay.
Really, really. All the support.
Okay, and I will read another comments from YouTube. It's Huhen Dongti. I'm sorry if I mispronounced the name. He said every kind of garbage was made from various materials which are treated differently by different appropriate method. So we should sort them to save time and money to recycle new materials. And I think it's we separate garbage to collect resources, to recycle, to use as energy and to reuse.
But I would like to ask you another question. Do you think the system of segregation, of garbage segregation, in every city or every town depends on the technology available in that particular place? For example, Sapporo has incinerators, so they can afford to burn the burnable garbage. Do you agree with that? Or what do you think about that?
If it is about garbage segregation, then yeah, it's there. If there is only policy and people are not aware like why the garbage should be segregated, then there's no use of that policy, right? You need to realize like the problem of urbanization and increased consumerism. It will directly release. It will directly increase the generation of waste. So you should be aware that why garbage segregation is being done. If you ask about Nepal, so like, well, we do have garbage segregation, but it is in the grassroots level. For example, we have degradable and non-degradable. So what we do is we separate the organic waste from the other one. But in some municipality, what people do is they have a method called suiro. Like if you want to know what suiro is, like it is a metal hook with long stem like this. So it can hold a large number of plastic bag there. Those kind of plastic bag, they will not get blown away by the wind. So like they will get collected in one place. And at the end, when that long stem is full, so you can just take that all those plastic and put it in a bag and then you can dispose it.
Oh, that's great, Kritika. I don't know, like.
Yeah, we do have, but the problem is, like it is not being implemented in every municipality. Maybe like people are not that much aware of garbage segregation, or like people think before garbage segregation, there are some other issues which should be addressed. So we do have this kind of thing. And in hospital, generally, like, medical waste is a very big problem everywhere because it can result in infection. So in hospital, we have 4 types of garbage segregation. We separate blood-related products separately, plastic bottles separately, and paper separately, as well as like organic materials separately. So yeah, this kind of segregation we have in Nepal.
All right. But for at least for domestic waste, so you mentioned the use of plastic bags. Do you guys also use plastic bags which have different colors, just like here in Japan?
Unfortunately, we don't have different plastic bag. We don't have different colors. It's like we just dispose everything in one same color.
Because here in Sapporo, we put all our burnable garbage, meaning the food waste, inside yellow plastic bags. And do you know the reason why the plastic bags are colored yellow? Why?
Yes, because the yellow, because the crow in Sapporo, that's why. Crow in Sapporo is really, really like, you can see that this is the one we use for burnable, yes, in Sapporo. And this is what we use for others categorization. Yeah, you can see that.
And this is like special yellow color.
Yeah, special yellow color.
Special yellow.
So there is a research, especially in Sapporo, to search how we can make the crow not looking inside the bag. So yes, and it's scientifically proven.
So apparently, crows cannot see the yellow color, so they cannot look inside the bag. And that's why we put all the burnable garbage inside the yellow plastic bag. We have a lot of crows here in Sapporo, and they are so big and so smart.
It's so huge. It's so huge. The crows here. I was like shocked about the size of the crows. Like I don't know.
Yes, and also another fact about the yellow plastic bag is that we actually have to pay for them. We have to buy these plastic bags in supermarkets or convenience stores, and they cost quite a lot. So, do you guys know the reason why those plastic bags are expensive?
Well, in my opinion, it's made of plastic. So maybe that's why it's expensive, because Japan lacks this resource. And also, I think that they want people to use these plastic bags wisely. So that's why you can see many sizes of these plastic bags, like 40 liter, 55 liter, 60 liter. And these sizes are very efficient, and you can use it very well to maintain the reuse of these bags. So it's very good to know that about Japan. And I think I admire the yellow color information about the crows. Like it's very new to me.
Yeah, so the point about using the plastic wisely is correct. It also serves as a way to force people to reduce their burnable waste. So because you are paying for the plastic, then of course you have to reduce your burnable waste and not put all your other stuff like plastics and paper inside the yellow plastic bag. Because if you put all your garbage inside, then you will have to pay a lot for plastic bags, basically. All right. So, Kritika, do we have more comments on YouTube?
Okay, so we have some comments here, and let me check it out. I cannot read his name. Maybe it's in Russian language. Sorry, but he says like, I need Yakut, Russia. We don't have a garbage segregation, and it is a huge problem for future health, life, and environment. Especially, all the solid waste in my hometown go to full-fledged. Besides that, another guy, he said, Rent Ramos. I'm very sorry for mispronounce. He says, in Batangas city, we don't use plastic bag. Our city mayor advocates a green city. Instead of using plastic, we use paper bags. Well, I think, yeah, I really think that's a good idea.
Well, I think that using paper bags is very efficient, because when you recycle paper and make use of this recycled paper as bags for trash, so this would be a great idea to use resources wisely, and especially like in a city like his city. I think it's a green, sustainable approach. So I think it's great, man.
I think it is good to follow this message. And then if you use, as you said, like using the paper bags, it will be very good, and then easy to recycle, and we can provide the job opportunity for the people. Like because some people are not aware of this one, and we have to educate them by giving the information about the paper bags, what is the advantage of using the paper bags. So maybe it will be helpful.
Well, I have a question. Like, how about you guys? Do you have garbage segregation rule in your country or not?
Well, actually, Kritika, that's a very good introduction to the next question. Our second question is, as I've introduced earlier, is garbage segregation done in your country or city?
Okay. Well, I think I already addressed that question though. I said like we have two form, that is organic and inorganic, or degradable or non-degradable. In this two way, we separate our garbage. While in hospital, there are some more categories to separate medical waste, because medical waste are harmful if they are not segregated or like they are not disposed properly. So yeah, we do have garbage segregation. Maybe it is not that much popular because people still are not much aware why garbage segregation is needed, but we have already started our garbage segregation process.
Well, I think, Kritika, that we have something in common between Nepal and Jordan, because we have the same system as in Nepal, and I think it's very good. But I think the problem is with the media. We need a lot of people to participate in this process, and we need a lot of educational background people, like capable to transfer the ideas from papers to actual on-site ideas. So it's very important to do that. But I think we have like interesting things about garbage segregation from other countries, like maybe Sweden.
We actually have a world map here. I like maps. So now we have a map here, and then we will put this small red dot to indicate which countries are actually doing waste segregation. So we now put this dot in Japan because we are here, and then we are discussing, of course, we're discussing Japanese waste segregation, and now we're asking our student panelists, their practices in their own country, right? So we were talking about Sweden.
Yeah, sure. I can start. Like I said before, we do a lot of garbage segregation in Sweden, and every community has their like garbage area where they can bring all their garbage. It doesn't matter if it's small garbage or if it's a bed or anything. Anything you want to throw, you bring to this area, and you throw it in the right container or the right box, and then the government will take it away, and well, obviously they take the fees from our taxes. But yeah, so let me put this.
Yeah, let's award
thing.
Sweden with a red dot.
But Kim, you told me some interesting stuff about Sweden. Like I'm just interested in something about Sweden. Like they separate different colored glass. So why is this information? Like it's very interesting to me.
Well, in the case of separate colored glass, it's because it's easier to recycle. Because you need I don't know how they make the glass, but I guess that you use different colors in the glass anyway, right? So if you have white glass, you can just recycle it easily. And if you have the white glass and the green glass separated, you do not have to like color the glass or try to take away the colors. I guess that's would be the reason.
Thanks, but I don't know about India. Like Deeple, my man. Like I think India. You have a half and half situation. Like you told me, the situation is a little bit like different.
Yeah, India is like, I never heard about this one before, but nowadays we are having many environmentalists and many scientists who are working on this field, and especially they are concentrating on the global warming. So I think I can put the sticker, but still I'm not sure. So maybe I don't put. because when I compare to Japan, it will be not that much, 100% or 60 to 70%, because we don't have that segregation of garbage in India especially.
I thank you for this information, but I will put one sticker for Jordan, because we are a small country and small population, but I think the effort for segregating the garbage in Jordan is very commendable, and people are trying their best to segregate their garbage. So I will take a sticker and put it. and put it for Jordan.
Can I have one sticker for Nepal as well? We are also initiating.
So you're also trying your best. So
Yeah.
maybe you could put a sticker for Nepal.
Yeah,
Nepal.
like we are a very
Go
small
ahead.
country
Go
though.
ahead.
Go ahead, Kritika.
Okay, I want to put a sticker.
All right. Since you're talking about your countries, in the Philippines, there is actually a law saying that garbage should be segregated, but it depends on your local municipalities, like your city or your town. It depends on them to make their own rules on how to segregate garbage. So the earlier comment was from Batangas City, and that's a city in the Philippines. So
Okay.
yeah, maybe I can give my country half a sticker.
Yeah, half sticker, right?
Half?
Not
Why
the
half?
full one, half.
Yeah. Well, the problem is, we might have rules, but sometimes the people don't really want to follow
Yeah,
rules.
exactly. I guess that's a problem everywhere.
Sorry.
And I want to talk about Indonesia, my country. My face. Okay. Indonesia have segregation too, but we are not really obey it like Nepal. So I want to put that one. The same condition as
I think
Nepal.
Indonesia, Jordan, and Nepal, they have the same situation like India.
Yes.
But still, you all put the stickers.
we are
and then
optimists. We are
Are you jealous, Dipo? Are you jealous?
not jealous. Maybe some.
Okay,
like
I think India also deserves a sticker just for the good people there that are trying their best to segregate the garbage. You know, I think each country deserve, especially the people working hard to segregate the garbage and help for a better future, for a better. We love Earth. We love Earth.
All right.
they are doing best. But thank you so much.
Well, all right.
You're most welcome.
Do we have more YouTube comments?
Okay,
Or Facebook comments?
let me check because like there are many people who are watching and commenting about us. Mohan Chand, he says, if we can segregate the each kind of garbage, we can reuse in different form. It is important to use the waste as a resource. I think this is one of the most important reason for segregation. Okay, I think it's really good idea. All we are talking about is reduce, reuse, and recycle, right?
Yes, but Kritika, I don't know, like resource management is very important. And I thank you for bringing up this idea and this concept, because this concept is one of the most important concepts in garbage segregation, just to maintain our resources for next generations. And this is very important. Thank you. Thank you very much for this.
Okay, I also have another comment. He is David Libertino. He said, I come from Milan, Italy.
Davide. Yeah, he's my friend.
There, sorry, wait. And there is a kind of good segregation, but it is only a recent thing. Yes.
Yeah.
I think.
So maybe we can put a sticker on Italy.
Yeah, sure, why not?
So it's recently in Italy, so maybe we can put a sticker like you said, my friend, on Italy.
All right.
Yeah, and another, Loreto Cunningham, he says, in my small town in America, garbage separation is a recent idea.
Yeah. So Loreto is also my friend.
Okay.
He is from the US. Way to go, friends.
Okay. We are very happy to receive all of your comments. Please keep on
Yeah.
commenting.
Thank you for your comments.
But you know, I think like you know.
That's kind of. Let's just put another sticker on the US. Sorry, but well, I guess Canada also does.
Yeah, but more, those both comments, like I think they emphasize that garbage segregation in their countries are recently done. So
Yes.
so it's something new to the people there. But I think it was like in Japan for a long time. Yeah. Yeah, I think like we have been introduced to something new here in Japan, and garbage segregation has been introduced to people here in Japan for a long time compared to our countries.
Yes.
So for my country, Jordan, we can benefit from Japan's experts in garbage segregation and utilizing the resources from the garbage.
Now,
Okay.
what do you think will inspire people to segregate their garbage or to separate their waste? Because now we said that we all agree that there are people who don't do it now, but there's a reason why they don't do it. So what do you think will make them do it?
Pay them money. Give people money for their garbage.
No.
Yes,
First,
yes,
we
yes,
have-
yes.
All right, all right.
Just,
All right,
it's,
let's
it's,
listen
it's
first.
something. It's something like an idea in Germany. If you get your PET bottles and collect them and clean them and put them in a garbage disposal, specially made for PET bottles, you can collect money from this machine. And this is a good idea in Germany.
Yeah.
So I have a lot of PET bottles that maybe I could use and collect some money from it.
All right, thank you, Tamir. Would you like to dissent?
I just want to say that just because of money, if you want to do or if you want to save environment, there is no need of answering that questions, because we have to think about the future. If we think about the money for 10 yen and 20 yen, we will lose our our situations or maybe the environment source resources. So instead of paying for money or anything, we have to educate the people why the global warming is important, like why the natural resources are important. So that's why we can control and we can.
But I don't mind like extra money, from the garbage. So
Well,
I don't
No
mind.
one does.
No one does.
No one
yes,
minds
no one
extra
does.
money,
You don't
I guess.
mind.
But
And it's a small encouragement fee for people that are doing very well to maintain resources for next generations. How about you, Kim? Could you say something about this?
Well, you were talking about the PET bottle system in Germany, and this is a system we have had in Sweden for a long while too. So like when you buy a PET bottle, the price, like about 5 to 10% of the price is added to the price you have to pay for this drink that you're buying. And then when you return the bottle, you can withdraw that money. So if you don't return your bottles, you're actually losing money. That's how it works. How is it working in China?
In China, also have this kind of rules. If we bought a bottle of beer, then if we return the bottle, then we get money. I think this rule is really
Is
good.
it only for beer or?
I just buy beer for my father. Yeah, so I know this kind of rules.
all right, so do we have more comments describing systems from other places?
Okay, let me see some of them. Jessica Serron, she said like in Peru they have garbage segregation, but like not in the large scale. They are private companies and other specific institutions in compliance with environment commitments. And Alex Hunter, he said, well, people in Indonesia still have minimum awareness, as like our government it started from school students, from the younger generation. And Lutfanisha, she says, also people here in Indonesia still burn their garbage. So, I guess
so-
we in
so I
Nepal
don't
as
know.
well, we incinerate garbage.
Yeah, but Kritika, I don't know like about the garbage thing. Like we need some more information about that. How about you introduce some more information about this?
About which garbage?
About garbage, yeah.
Well, more than just separating the garbage we have already produced, it's actually better to reduce the waste that we are producing, which brings me to our third question. Well, what can we do to reduce our garbage? So, would anyone like to answer that?
I think garbage reduction is very hard. Like, look at these images. Like, I'm shocked. From where are these images?
From my city.
Okay.
It's back in 2005 in Louis Gajah. So it's like a disaster, really disaster, of course.
Now it's already full.
Yeah, but this is when that happened. So I thought it's connected to the last question about how to make people to reduce their stress is to show them the harsh reality. You know, like if you don't do that earlier, it will be done in your city. It is real, not like you cannot see it or something. And then that is make me to the another point. It's like this. Okay, thank you, Kim. So like what Wes said, that actually we just not need to reduce the recycle one, but it is started from the first thing we do when we produce something, or we call it consumption cycle. So rather than we just reduce our garbage, we must start it from the first time we make it, from the extraction of our natural resources first, or we can start to reduce it in production pace, or maybe we can start it from distribution. And of course, the main thing of the consumption cycle is consumption. You know, so why we have garbage, because we have consumption, right? So this is like the big thing, and recycle is after that. So okay, I will explain you the next thing. So this is what is my word. So actually it's like 3R, right? Reuse, recycle. But now I want to add one more. The new one is, because it's already 2016, right? We must rethink about it. So if you rethink, you can always rethink about what do you do before that. You can rethink about reduce, you can rethink about reuse, you can rethink about recycle. You must rethink about everything you want to buy, either it's important to you or not. Because what actually happening to you will be affect all each other, the earth. So this led me to the threat. So why you must care about your garbage? Because yes, you always matters. See that even the world is really this big. You are this tiny, but it's really connecting. So you think it's no matter, but it's always matter. Of course. Okay, so that's what you can do, the abstracting, if you want to reduce your garbage. So anybody want to help me from?
I think that a rethink is really good idea. Because basically to reduce garbage from like a macro label or from a big company, before they start, we should be doing it from individually, like how can we individually reduce our garbage. So when I came to Japan, I was like, for the first time, I increased lots of garbage personally because they have I was not oriented about the garbage segregation process as well, and I just prefer using lots of tissue papers. And I used to buy I used to buy bottle rings. Later on, when I did not have time to throw my garbage according to proper days, then I just realized I should be reducing my garbage. So these days, what I do is I don't buy single-use beverage like can or small PET bottle. Instead, I buy a big one, and then I use my reusable bottle so that I can refill it time and again every day when I come to my university. Second thing, rather than using plastic and rather than asking for plastic in supermarket, what I do is I always carry my reusable bag so that I don't have to ask them for extra plastic and I don't have to throw extra plastic later on.
But you know, Kritika, like I think the bags here, especially plastic bags, you pay for it, yeah?
Yeah,
like
we
I
need to
always
pay.
I always pay 5 yen or 10 yen for the bag.
Exactly, depending
and
upon
really,
the size.
Really, I hate it. Yeah, I hate to pay for the bag. So I always bring my bags with me to the shop just to buy some things, you know.
I do the same.
And I discovered that this is good for the environment also. So why not? Good for the pocket and good for the environment.
Yes.
And this approach is very interesting in Japan because in my country you don't buy the plastic bags. They give it for free.
Free.
So,
Okay,
so if
yeah.
they give the plastic bags for free, people will take it easy on throwing all of this plastic to the environment. So it's very interesting here in Japan, really, really.
I think the concept of rethink that Ami mentioned is very nice, or it's very, yeah, it's very smart. Yeah, because in Japan, especially if you're new in Japan, you're tempted to buy a lot of things. For example, personally, I was tempted to buy a lot of winter clothes because, yeah, it's winter. So, yeah, let's buy all this nice winter clothes. And sometimes clothes are cheap, and then you end up just accumulating a lot of clothes. And so, first of all, rethink. So before you buy clothes or other things, like, you have to always consider whether you're going to use it for a very long time, and then that's when you buy it. But if it's something that's just a trend or something that you think is nice, something that you want to buy out of impulse, then you have to use all your willpower to stop yourself from buying these clothes. And also, well, if you already accumulated a lot of clothes, then you can always donate these clothes
Second
to the
Street,
less fortunate
yes.
people, or there are retail stores which accept old clothes, where you can take your clothes from your closet if you don't like them anymore, then and give it to them, and then they will give you some incentive.
Yeah, I usually do that because like if I give my old clothes to Second Street rather than throwing it, then at least someone will be benefited with that. It's reusing, right? And another is like we are student, we just keep on printing paper so much time. So rather than printing one paper, we can print on both sides. So we will not use another paper. Maybe it is not that big step because like for some people one paper will not count much, but like in a big scale it still counts a lot, right?
Well, that's interesting, Kritika. But I don't know about Second Street because many of our viewers, like, they don't know Second Street. So maybe you could say something about Second Street in Japan.
It's like the place where you can buy second-hand thing. But like second-hand thing is, for example, you bought a T-shirt of 1,000 yen, and like you don't want to use it, you don't want to throw it. So what you do is you wash your clothes and then you give it to those second-hand shop. What they do is they reduce the price. It will not cost exact the same. It will never cost the same, but yeah, other people who are here in Japan for a short time who don't want to take those clothes with you. For example, like in Sapporo, winter is for 3-4 months, right? And those people who are who are exchange student, they don't want to buy big down jacket. Rather than throwing it, we can just give it to second-hand shop, and then like they can buy it in really cheap rate. Of course, they need to pay for sure, but still cheaper than what you usually get in supermarkets or
Yeah.
departmental store.
Would you like to add something, Ami?
Yes, talking about clothes, I want to talk about the more closer to us, food. Yes. So we already skipped that. So actually, food is the most is the one that we are like to wasting so much. Like, a third of our food production is going to wasting or is be garbage. So I think we must reaching about what we eat and what we do not eat. So if you go to grocery, yes, like what was said, is he talks about clothes, I talk about food. So you must calculate it. What do you want to eat? So it will be not be a waste in the next day. Maybe you want to.
You know, I'm interested about like how in Sweden, like how does food compare to Japan and Sweden? Food prices, food prices. Because like I think compared to Jordan, like the vegetables here and also the fruits are very expensive. So I have to think very hard before taking the choice, and also to reduce my consumption of some kind of foods here. So how about Sweden?
Yeah, I think, yes, as you say, vegetables and especially fruit is very expensive in Japan. And, well, for in the like, aspect of wasting food, this might be a good thing because you might not buy more than you need. Yeah. But yeah, in Sweden, it's much cheaper. However, we have this concept in Sweden, like usually you go and buy food maybe once a week or like one time for 2 weeks, which means a lot of your food might very well go bad in your fridge before you can use it. So
I think
So
it's
thank you
good
for
idea.
that, but I think we should also
Look for
listen
comments.
to our YouTube
Okay,
commenters.
like I just now got a very interesting thing. It's from Nepal. Kamal Chapagai, he writes like in many places of Nepal, people sell or buy the urine so that they can use as fertilizer for farmers. Have you have you ever heard about this one? Selling and buying of fertilizer? Selling and buying of urine as fertilizer?
Well,
That's interesting for
urine
me.
or excrement from animals, yes, but from human.
How about human?
Well, I would slightly disagree with that because there would be some health concerns. You see, but
Yes.
yeah.
And I would like to add another comment. Reni Rohimavati, she says, if the plastic bag price increase at every shop, we might consider not to buy that plastic bag. Well, I think like many participants, they have focused on pay for plastic. Like Luft Anisa Salsabila, she also said like waste is the emergency in Indonesia, and they should be focusing in like reduction of waste. Similarly, Raymondas Primanda, he said like his favorite campaign was pay for plastic, and the influence was really great. But like only limited number of people were interested about that one, and they care about the environment. Still, we should not be depressed about this one, right?
All right. Thank you very much for your comments. We appreciate all your comments. Unfortunately, we can't read all of them. Would you like to say something? What you have learned from this discussion?
Well, I'm really happy to hear the fantastic discussion from you. And because some of the information you said that I couldn't read in the book or on the internet. The purpose I want to talk about garbage sorting is that I really think garbage sorting and the rule in Japan is really great. Yeah, and not only for solving the resources, but also benefiting the environment. I would like you know there is a country who do really well in garbage sorting. Then if you think the same as me, maybe you can introduce these rules to your countries, and that's my purpose.
Well, yeah. Well, the Japanese system is truly admirable, and well, if other countries can emulate it, then I guess it would be really good for everyone. Well, that's it, guys. That's it for our first topic. Yeah. Thank you for all your comments. Keep on sending your comments, your questions if you want to. We'll try to to address them later.
We need more.
Meanwhile, yeah, I would just like to make an announcement again. So, Kritika introduced this earlier, but I would like to discuss this again. So, next summer, two of our viewers today, will have the chance to go to Hokkaido University for free. So, first, they would follow the first steps. So, like our Facebook page, and then click going, and then leave your introduction, your name, where you're from, what are you studying, and then participate in our discussion today. Comment on YouTube Live, and then finally, don't forget to submit your application form by December 4th. All right. Well, we are hoping to see you here next year in Hokkaido University. Well, you know, there are a lot of international students here in Hokkaido University, and we actually have our own international student organization. The name is WISA. And we have our president of WISA here, and they would like to he would like to introduce the organization.
Okay, what you're seeing, that is HUISA. It means Hokkaido University International Student Association. And then here, as you know or no, you may not know, Here we are having, I think, 1,700 students who are studying in a different courses and from the different all over the world, and especially like from the China, Indonesia, India, Nepal, yeah, and many American, European countries, and Philippines, like that. Most of all countries were covered, and then you can see the pictures. Like many people are from the different countries, and you want to share something?
Yeah. Of course. Well, HUISA, it is Hokkaido University International Student Association, and basically this HUISA was established to promote well-being and interaction among international students. Not only international students, but also interaction among Japanese people and the international group, because some students, they have very limited time in Japan and they might want to interact with Japanese people as well, rather than just international. So HUISA provides a platform where they could meet Japanese people, interact with their culture, and then share their culture. Not only that, like we organize various kind of seasonal trips, food festival, cultural festival, and also coordinate with local NPO group for like cultural exchange, part-time job offers for students, as well as like homestay program. And if you are here in Hokkaido University, then please visit us. We would be very happy to meet you here in Hokkaido University.
All right. That's it. Thank you. Thank you, Wisa, for introducing your lovely organization. All right. And that's it for our first topic, waste segregation. We now move on to a more controversial topic, which is global warming. And so do not leave the forum. So please stay. We will have a short 3-minute break. And then after that, we will move on to our second topic. All right. See you again.
Come back.
Bye.
welcome back again. So we finished our first phase and now we are in our second phase. I'm Kritika Podal from Nepal and I'm a master second year student at Graduate School of Health Science.
Okay, my name is Ami. I come from Indonesia. I am from History program in my first year.
Again, I'm West. I'm from the Philippines, and I'm currently a graduate student at the Faculty of Pharmaceutical Sciences.
Welcome again, guys. I'm Tamir. I'm from Jordan. I'm from graduate school, and I'm studying at the Graduate School of Engineering here, Architectural Division.
Hello, I'm Shi. I'm studying public policy school. Nice to see you again.
Hello again, everyone. I'm Kim. I'm a first year student of the MJSP program from Sweden.
Hello again. I'm Deepak. I'm from India and I'm doing PhD in Graduate School of Life Science. See you again.
Okay, so as we discussed in the first half, we discussed about garbage segregation as well as like is garbage segregation done in your country or not, as well as how to reduce the garbage. Now we are moving to more emerging issue these days. You might have been hearing global warming, and this is our second theme. So please join this discussion and leave your comment in YouTube live chat, not on Facebook. For this theme, we will be asking 3 questions. The first question is, what kind of environmental changes could be linked to global warming? Second question, how can we adapt to global warming? Last but not the least, how can we reduce global warming? Now, let's watch a video.
My name is Kim Andersson. I'm from Sweden. I'm a student at Hokkaido University at the MGSP program. I'm interested in how global warming changes local communities and how they interact and adapt to these changes.
Okay, so it looks interesting video. So we have our presenter for this topic, Kim, here. And he's from...
I think Sweden.
Of course.
But I don't know. I don't know. Like I didn't know that you are in the video.
Well, that was a good joke. Okay, Kim, why global warming?
Well, like we all see, this is a very pressing issue, I would say. And now when we are so many people from different countries here today, I would like to take the opportunity to just talk to everyone about how global warming affects you in your local area. And yeah, we can see it like every day, something about global warming affects our lives. And we touched upon it in the garbage sorting too. So to start off, we will watch a video by Professor Saito at Hokkaido University, and he will talk about how the warming of the sea affects the local ecosystem, especially in the Arctic Ocean. So we will watch that now. Please join us.
This is the result with the other method from global phytoplankton size distribution. Small phytoplankton is distributed over the sea of the world equally. Large phytoplankton is distribution in area along the coastal region, and understood that distribution was partially very high. Then I focused to the Arctic region. In the Chakchi Sea, recently, the period of sea ice cover tend to be shortened. I understood the ratio of large phytoplankton decreased with it. Surprisingly, in contrast, the period covered by sea ice in the Bering Sea became longer, and ratio of large phytoplankton increased. In other words, ratio between small phytoplankton and large phytoplankton makes it fall down reversibly and until now. Okay, let me move to the next. How the marine ecosystem change through the such phenomena? Where do you think the dominant large phytoplankton in the Arctic Ocean? They are actually here at the bottom of sea ice. Large phytoplankton called ice algae exist with sea ice. In the sea, where ice algae is dominant, krill and other large zooplankton eat ice algae. And then whales and other living organisms eat the large zooplankton. In addition, sea ice provides habitat for polar bears that need sea ice for hunting seals. In the Arctic Ocean, the presence of sea ice helps maintain a very precious, rich ecosystem that can sustain large marine and terrestrial mammals at the top of the ecosystem. However, there is a concern that global warming may drastically change the marine ecosystem in the Arctic Ocean. Two phenomena that occur simultaneously due to global warming can be cited as a reason for this. The first phenomenon is a decrease in the sea ice. This causes the ratio of small phytoplankton to increase to more than that of ice algae, which are large phytoplankton that exist together with sea ice, thereby changing the food chain. The other is an increase in sea temperature. This causes the distribution range of living organisms unable to live in the cold Arctic Ocean to shift to the north. However, living organisms that originally lived in Arctic Ocean cannot go any further north. In short, they will have nowhere left to live on this planet. Let's look at the prediction of distribution change. Current distribution range of cham salmon is from Japan and the North Pacific Ocean to Oregon in the US, British Columbia in Canada, and the Bering Sea. However, this range is expected to shift north to entire Chakchi Sea, especially the area along the coast Alaska by 2095. From the perspective of fisheries resources, this change may be advantageous for Alaska, but this would mean declining catch in Japan and Canada. Changing Arctic marine ecosystem have a potential to cause a problem that would significantly affect marine resources in multiple countries. Marine resources are closely connected to problems involving food and the economy.
Okay, so as Professor Saito says, there is a concern that global warming might dramatically change the marine ecosystem in Arctic Ocean. He also talked about decrease in sea ice as well as like increase in sea temperature. We might not see those Arctic Ocean from other places, but we know the change is happening. So global warming is there. Global warming is real. Now, I would like to put question to you guys. What kind of environmental changes could be linked to global warming? What do you think?
Thank you for that question, Kritika. Um, the lecture of Professor Saito earlier discussed the effects of global warming in the Arctic region, but I would like to offer my insight on the effects of global warming in the Pacific Ocean. So, of course, the increased temperature of the seawater leads to increased seawater evaporation and hence formation of stronger typhoons. And so these are extreme weather conditions, examples of extreme weather conditions. And the Philippines is one of those countries which is greatly affected by strong typhoons. In fact, the Philippines is hit by 20 or so typhoons in a year, and some are particularly strong. For example, 3 years ago, there's a typhoon called Typhoon Haiyan. I don't know if you've heard of that. It struck the Philippines on November 2013 and completely destroyed entire coastal communities, killing more than 6,300 people and causing more than 2.86 billion US dollars in damages. So, sorry, yeah. So, I'm sure like other communities would experience other extreme weather conditions like drought or cold spells or heat waves. And yeah, this is a very interesting discussion for me.
But I don't know, West. Can you relate this to global warming? Like all of these damages from the typhoon itself can be related to global warming?
Of course, the increase in the sea temperature rise, meaning that the rate of evaporation increases, and this leads to formation of more typhoons. That is directly related to global warming.
So many people maybe can address global warming on the micro level, but maybe they can't address the global warming on the macro level. So typhoon is maybe something that you could address on the macro level. So how about you guys? Maybe Sweden, Kim. How about you?
Yeah, but we are talking about the environmental effects first. All right, we will do it later.
So, okay, yeah, sorry. Yeah, we are talking about what kind of environmental changes could be linked to global warming. He talked about Philippines. Now, please share your idea about your countries, because global warming is worldwide, right? Happening worldwide. So
How about
please.
in Indonesia?
Okay, actually, global warming it strikes hard in Indonesia because we are an archipelago island, nation. I mean, archipelago nation. So, of course, it's causing a lot of troublesome because we are really depend on our sea. Yeah. We are really depend to our sea level, you know. So and we are have some harsh of causing because of El Nino and El Nina. Do you know about that? So yeah, and there is what is the biggest impact is of our deforestation, because there is we have a lot of forests, but we have a lot of forests being burned too in the same time. So this is the real deal in Indonesia. Okay.
So Indonesia and the Philippines has water, but Jordan doesn't have water. We have desert, but the problem is that global warming is affecting Jordan in a different way. We have like high temperatures in summer, less amount of rain and snow, and desertification is happening in Jordan more and more. This is one of the major issues that we are struggling with in Jordan, and I think Jordan is trying to manage also the water resources, because we don't have a lot of water like Indonesia and like the Philippines. I don't know about Sweden. Maybe you can share, Kim?
Well, we heard a lot about issues actually coming from global warming. And of course, there are issues in Sweden too. But there's also opportunities for us, because like longer and warmer summers means that we could grow other crops and like different kind of agriculture that we could not do before. For example, like we have been starting to do our own wine in the southern parts of Sweden. So
Okay, so I think like there are different kind of environmental changes that is happening worldwide, and no country is far from that changes. So Amy, can you pick out some comments?
Okay, thank you for the time, Kritika. I will read or comment on YouTube Live, and I choose this. It's interesting. From Mohan Chan. Global temperature has adversely affected the water resource of Nepal, where glacier and snow is most important source. The area and volume of glacier and snow cover has been decreasing significantly. So it's actually related to another Facebook comment in our page from Kunjan Amatya. She said that he is an engineer and works at Kathmandu Engineering College, Nepal. And he said something about the melting of Himalayas. So actually, I can relate it to Indonesia. We have Puncak Jaya, and we have like this. We have same problem, melting snow, in this way. Okay, maybe one more comment. Okay, this from Remindus Primanda. Agricultural sector are the most vulnerable agricultural. When it comes to weather change, I agree with this because Indonesia is agricultural based country too. So what about you guys think about this agricultural?
Just now, like you picked up a comment about melting of Himalaya. It's like it is really happening. Climate change as well as like increase in temperature. So we don't have monsoon at particular time. It's like we have sometimes a prolonged monsoon. Sometimes monsoon is too late. Similarly, like there are melting of snow, melting of glaciers. So basically, climate change is happening and temperature is increasing. So we might not have sea coastline, but because of this mountain issue, we can say that we are facing global warming seriously these days. And if we do not think about this, then maybe like within a couple more years, the condition would be more worse.
And there is another comment in YouTube Live from California, America. Yes, he said that SMF room, California, one of the trees were destroyed at that. So it was devastated for Californian too. So it's happening in everywhere, not just in our country, right? Interesting.
I think in California they have a lot of fires, and these fires are due to high temperatures, and these high temperatures are maybe related somehow to global warming also. Like I can't judge this out, but I think I can't also say that it's not related to global warming.
Well, anything more? How about India?
Yes, India. I want to
I want to hear about India now.
share your story.
I can relate for Indonesia and I think for Nepal also, but we don't have much mountains like Nepal. But yeah, like deforestations, and especially that is one of the main problem. And the climate change example, because of a climate change, we cannot get the rainfall or the proper time, and then from this problem, like many people are suffering from that.
Okay, thank you. Now, like we talked about the environmental changes. Now let's move on to the next question. How can we adapt to global warming? What do you think?
I think it will be a good question for me, I think.
Sure. Please address.
Because as you know, when I compare with the Japan, especially the Japanese have a lot of precautions before any disasters happens. For example, like earthquake, floods, anything it may be. But they have very good technology which can bind all these disasters. But when it comes to India, I think many like 2008 and 2005 we had a flood, but we cannot able to resist that one. And then we have to build the buildings in such a way that to adopt it, because everyone knows that the global warming is real, and then we have to accept it. So, and then, for example, nowadays we are using how to adopt it. For example, nowadays we are using the papers, right? Like instead of papers or paper waste, we can use as iPads. Yeah, we can consider as a e-waste, but not so much when it comes to paper. So, and then in such a way that we can use the bicycles instead of scooters or bikes, because in India the main problem is bikes or maybe the fuel or emission of GHG, like that. So we have to reduce that one to come up with the adaptation of global warming. How about you?
Yeah, I had actually a question for West, because you talked about how the big storms destroy a lot of land and property in Philippines. So what do you do in your society to like combat this right now?
Well, unfortunately, even if there are towns or like coastal communities which are destroyed, the people still would still prefer to settle in their original places. And, of course, there are several reasons for that. But, well, what the government should be doing, like, for example, to adapt to this strong storms, that they should, the people should try to, for example, in terms of their livelihood, they should try to diversify their livelihood. If they rely on, for example, on fishing, then they can also try to, change and try to switch to other forms of of I don't know, like work, like maybe agriculture or something, and maybe the government should try to have plans for relocation of these people in the coastal communities, because if storms keep on happening and they keep on destroying these cities, these towns, then it's just going to destroy lives and properties over and over again. And I would like to add to what Deepu said about climate change being real, because the first step would be acceptance that climate change is real. 97% of climate scientists agree that all these things, all these extreme weather conditions happening right now are related to global warming. And so there is no, we should not deny climate change anymore. We should make people more aware of climate change, encourage education, and yeah, I think that's the first step, the most important first step.
Yeah, I think as Deepak said that he's just amazing. So Japanese technology, like yes, what you said. I think is what the most important is education, right? It's education, not the technology, not the money do you have. It's just about education. So you cannot buy this like instantly, but yeah, the first thing we must put first is education.
So, Tamer, would you like to add something here?
I think education is one of the most important things to address adaptation. But I think changing the habits of people is very important to look at it, because we as architects study human behavior, and human behavior is very important when you are addressing adaptation. So adaptation, like you can't tell people who work in a fishery to go and work in a forest. It's very difficult for them to understand this concept and to adapt to it. So you have to do adaptation on step-by-step situation. Like you can't do it like for now, like go and leave your fishery and work in a forest. So I think, guys, that adaptation needs time, but I don't know if our countries do that on a 5-year plan, 10-year plan, 20-year plan. Each country has different situation. Like each country suffers from a different drastic situation related to global warming. Like Like West said, in the Philippines, it's like billions of dollars, like every year. So I think the amount of money spent over this needs to be spent also on adaptation, on making people adapt to this, on creating programs for training people, so they can understand the situation and how is it major, like it's very huge.
Well, yeah, like not only adaptation, there is something called mitigation as well. So it depends, adaptation versus mitigation.
I think the medication part is very important too.
Yes.
Because many people like put the adaptation part before the wellness, but you should also address the wellness part. So you need a healthy community, a healthy social life, but also you need this healthy community and healthy social life to be active. So that's why we are trying to commute this idea to other people, you know. So I think like in Sweden, I don't know about the situation there in adaptation. Like you told me something about the fisheries there, how the fish has immigrated from a place to another place. So I don't know how the adaptation part played something there.
Well, I'm not an expert on the fish eaters, but we saw it in the Professor Saito's video that more fish go further north, which, well, for the southern fishery, like Sweden is like in an like what do you call it? A small sea. It's not connected to the Atlantic Ocean. It's connected to the Atlantic Ocean, but it's in its own part. Like if you say Norway, that has a whole coastal region, is to the Atlantic Ocean. I guess the southern part, some of the fisheries would have to like travel further distance to catch their fish, whereas the northern communities would get a bigger benefit from having the fish coming closer to them. So it's really
So it's not always like a negative thing for some people. So maybe the fish will go somewhere else. Maybe you will need more fuel for the ships to go further. But some other people, the fish will come just right next to them. So also we should address this aspect. Like it's not always like a negative aspect. We have also some positive aspects. Like we have also some rain in Saudi Arabia. Yeah, I don't know. Like it's happening because global warming or something else, like climate change or something like that.
Okay. Yeah, well, like when you guys talked about fish, I suddenly realized food chain. Exactly, like if those fish migrate from that place, then the place from where they originally are, they will be affecting, there will be, how to say, food chain affection as well, right? And if there is affection in food chain, then it is not a small issue because food chain is a cycle. Okay, so can we have some comments from the Facebook or
Kritika,
YouTube?
there is a lot of interesting comment in YouTube Live. Okay, first it is from I think it's from Russia.
Okay.
There is a permafrost in Yakutia, so global warming have a strong impact to our land as melting the ice ground and making ground more unstable. Yes, I can imagine that. And then it's from Nepal again. In Nepal, we don't have ocean, but we face tsunami called Himalaya tsunami. Is that right?
Can you please read the whole one?
Himalaya tsunami.
Okay.
Due to landslides of Himalaya in
Okay.
2012, May 5, people were killed in Pokhara city of Nepal
Okay.
due to Himalaya tsunami. Can you explain about that?
Yeah. It's like rather than Himalayas tsunami, like we also heard like a different kind of avalanche. Yeah, as well as like not only that, like snow melting, they are a very big issue right now. Few years back, we just used to see Himalaya and like not Himalaya actually, mountain full of snow. But these days, like when you see, you don't feel like there is much snow there. So yeah, it's not like a small thing to address. It is really a big thing.
Offline to say, okay.
Kritika, earlier you mentioned mitigation, which means that mitigation is lessening the effect of what is happening today because of climate change. What do you think people should do to mitigate climate change?
Well, I guess that's a good question, and we can discuss a lot more about this one later on as well. Now, let's have some more comments there from YouTube.
Okay. There is asking from Ryuki Takemura, I think from Japan. Are there any positive impact caused by global warming? Is there any?
Yes, I think that there are many positive impacts of global warming, but I don't know that there is enough research to cover these impacts. You know, Saudi Arabia now is the climate is shifting to a better climate. Like there is also increase of rainfall in Saudi Arabia, and if you are not familiar with Saudi Arabia, most of it is desert. So having rain in the desert is something huge, because you will have some land maybe to make some agricultural crops and other things. So climate change is not totally like negative, but the positive part of climate change has less research on it. All the research focus is on the negative part of climate change. I think this is my opinion.
Interesting. And there is another interesting comment from Abdul Aziz. According to a recent report by Oxfam, climate change could push food prices by 60% more by 2030. It's about food again.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So it's an increase of food
50%
50%.
at 2030.
2030. That's huge. That's huge. But I think that maybe the increase of expenses is very is maybe not in this range or this percentage. Like I really I just a little bit disagree of this percentage.
Okay, so now let's move on to our last question. How? How can we reduce global warming? We have been talking about global warming since couple minutes. So let's talk about how can we reduce global warming, guys?
So maybe as an architect, I have some solutions, but not all of them are derived from architecture, because many of the people want to participate in solving the problem. You know, Kim. Like it's very interesting how people want to help. But they don't know how, because they are thinking on the macro level, like organizations and companies and other places. But we want just to make people help somehow. So I just created this board. Could you help me with this? So this board has some ideas about how you can help in reducing global warming. It's a global warming reduction in action. So one of the things that I like most is starting a carpool with your coworkers or classmates. And this is a lot of fun, and you can enjoy coffee with your classmates and other people. So maybe you can save up some fuel and try to save the planet also by starting something like that. And it's quite simple and easy. Another thing is seeking out and supporting local farmers markets, and this is very important. When you support the local farmer, he will not go broke, and he will have enough money to support his industry and to support his farm. So that's why you can help them to create a greener place for you and your and the next generation. So this is great thing to support the local farmers. Another simple thing that you can do at home and to reduce also the electricity bill is moving your fridge and freezer away from the stove. So if you move the fridge or freezer away from the stove, you will save up to 20% of your electrical bill from the fridge and the freezer. So this is very important to address. Another thing that we architects always demand and we always tell people to do is trying to get a home energy audit, and this audit is very important. This audit can include many things like sealing air leaks, improving heating and cooling systems, sealing duct work, and also upgrading lighting, installing renewable energy systems, and we use in Jordan like solar energy a lot, so this is a great point to address. Another thing that you can do, and it's very like interesting to do, and they have like a website for it, is joining the virtual march, and this is a yearly event, and it was held in Paris like last year. It's all about loving and contributing to Earth. The last thing is about planting trees. Planting trees is very important, and you can protect and conserve forestry worldwide by just trying to contribute to environmental associations or some NGOs that are helping the environment. Maybe making some donations, simple donations, 100 yen, 50 yen, something like that to these associations is good. And also you can participate by this by only planting a tree. So this is very important, like and very easy to do. Just buy a tree and plant it, and you will be one of the participators in this. So I don't know if these solutions, like which one of these do you like, Deepo?
I love to plant the trees, especially because we want to go for green always, and we love to have the eco-friendly environment. So I always love to plant the trees.
Okay, so like I would like to add something. Like invest in reforestation is a really good invest that you can do to reduce global warming. Not only that, like we need to adapt alternatives for this kind of those energies which could not be generated much easily. Besides, like we can reduce consumption of bottled water, or like whenever we boil water for our cup noodle or just for tea, then we can just boil water that is just limited to make that one, not like 1 liter of water time and again. It will not only saves electricity, but like it is kind of waste of energy as well. I think that's what I usually do. And in Nepal, like recently, LED light bulbs has been used continuously because they are more than 80% efficient than traditional lights.
But surprisingly speaking, like LED lights are good, I think now commercially, because many companies are adapting or making this switch to LED lights, but it's not 100% sure that LED light is better. There are research and studies and underwork on this. So I don't know. Like there are different kind of lightings that you can use. So maybe you can make some small or simple research about that before adapting some kind of lighting system.
Well, yeah, I agree with that. Like there are some kind of advantages as well as disadvantages of many things, right? And when let's think about simple thing that we can do individually. For example, like do you know that consuming beef is a kind of big issue when it comes to global warming, because every pound of beef release around 19 pounds of greenhouse gases.
Yes, you can make simple changes in your lifestyle, like lessening your beef intake. For
Yes.
example, I like beef very much, but recently I tried, lessening my beef consumption because of raising cattle releases a lot of methane in the environment, and that contributes to global warming. So, but of course, it's hard for people to do that, to suddenly just stop eating beef and suddenly go vegetarian or vegan. So at least try to lessen beef consumption.
Exactly. Like changes, they are definitely hard, but changes are those things that can help us right now. We cannot say like don't consume beef, don't consume at all. We cannot say that, but try to reduce the amount or go for alternative. If you definitely need beef, then like consume very less or like go for chicken or something else, because chicken still chickens they release less greenhouse gases than beef.
I think Kritika, I'm better than everyone here. Yeah, because I'm controlling the global warming from my birth.
Yeah, you are vegetarian. Okay. And like some other thing that we can do is like take out your charger once it is charged. You don't have to charge it continuously once it is fully charged, right? Okay, let's take some comments from Facebook and YouTube.
Okay, there is some from Rainy Rohmiyawati. Planting certain times, doesn't it? While waiting for the plants to grow, we can conserve the energy. Maybe it means renewable energy while we're waiting for the tree.
Well, I think what he meant is if we are waiting for plants to grow, it will take a lot of time. But when they plant forests just for wood in Canada, they plan it on a 20-year base. So they take the first 5 years to plant and maybe have their harvest, and after 20 years they cut off all the area, but they planted another part. So it's like a 5 years cycle. So it consumes a lot of time, but the area is huge. You can't imagine like how much is it in Canada. So it takes time, but they have a scheduled time for this, and this is manageable because plants grow on a rate. So if you calculate the growing rate of the plant, you can have your crop, and also you can replant and do other things. How about other comments? Do you have any?
Well, like I would like to say something here. Recently, like there is a new trend in Nepal. Like on your every birthday, you plant a tree.
Wow, it's good.
So
It's a good trend.
every year, you just keep on planting tree in your garden, or like there are certain area which are separated. So you just go plant tree, and after a couple of years, you can see like how many trees you have planted there. And I think it's a good initiation. Maybe, as she said, it will take time definitely, but
Yes.
I think it's a good initiation.
There is any comment, and he said that limit traffic, live closer to your working place. I agree with this too.
Yeah,
Really.
definitely.
And then there's this one. Start from ourselves before makes other follow us. Yes, that's what education is, right? Education. And then there is from Jessica Karun. I believe that not only is planting trees, it is to carry out a large-scale forest management, where communities actively participate. Actively, it's being accented on that.
Okay, some more comments.
Okay.
I guess like many people, they have been supporting us since the beginning, so we can have some more comments here.
Yes.
I would like to thank all the people supporting us on YouTube Live, and this is like a wonderful experience for all of us. Please don't be afraid to put any comments here, and we will try to answer these comments and address these comments as soon as possible. So just participate and stay tuned with us.
Okay, some more maybe, couple, 2 or 3.
Okay. First, we can collaborate with some association and corporation that support farmer, because agriculture is connecting to global warming. Okay, and then about reduce greenhouse gas emission. Yes, of course. Maybe some policy government. There is some combination like use wind and solar, like I would say renewable energy. Can you tell?
I think this is very interesting comment, because because it's a hot topic today in architecture, like how we use sustainable energy, how to use renewable energy in buildings, so we can use like solar energy, wind energy, or wind turbines in skyscrapers. It's very interesting. Nowadays, they are trying to make zero energy buildings. So the building will try and get all the energy that it needs from renewable sources, and this is very difficult to do, but it is an aspiration to do that.
I think so too. Okay, Kim, so you had one aspect and you heard from many people. So what do you think about this?
Well, I think we had a lot of different opinions, like both
Yes.
what is good about it, what is bad about it. So it's been really funny to hear both
Okay.
you guys' opinions and you guys commenting in on YouTube Live. And yeah, what do you think? Like, I think it's been
Okay.
really fun so far, and I hope we can like continue this forward. Like, this is not a problem that will be solved today,
Exactly.
and it won't be solved the next 50 years either.
Exactly,
So,
like,
we need to keep this going.
Yeah, we all need to do is like rather than depending on other to start it, we should be starting from us, from today. So it might be difficult. I said like changes are usually hard, but if we don't, then who will, right? And like spending today complaining about yesterday is not going to make better tomorrow. So stop complaining, as well as like global warming is a reality, and we must realize our duty to Earth so that we could provide our future generation what we got from our parent or grandparents' generation. I think so. Okay, so now. Okay. Now, as I already said, you could be part of Hokkaido University Experience Tour, and you might have known already. I would just like to repeat once again. There are 4 steps. Step 1, go to Facebook and like the Sustainability Week page. Second, click on Going, and then leave your brief self-introduction here. Third one, participate in today's program via YouTube Live. Last but not the least, submit your application form by December 4, 2016. Okay, Kim, would you like to say something?
Also, if you're under 20 years old,
Okay.
you have to have a gardener. Isn't
Oh,
that
exactly.
right?
Sorry. Thank you for reminding me. if you are under 20, then you need to be accompanied by your guardian parents or your well-wisher. And I just want to say welcome to Hokudai in advance. Okay, so after this, Kim, would you like to say something about it?
I think Kim, you should maybe say something about about the programs that I really want to know about these programs. You know, the Modern Japanese Studies program. This program is so interesting for me. Yes, your program. And also ISP program is very interesting to me also. So could you introduce these programs?
Sure. So let's start with the ISP, because it's a new program that will start from next autumn here at Hokkaido University. And you can apply for this program right now. And it is an integrated science program. You will study in Japan, but all in English. And
Well, that sounds really interesting. In Japan, you will be studying in English. That's amazing.
in getting like a real bachelor's degree that you can
Okay,
study
wow.
all in English in Japan is really hard to find. It's like here they haven't had that before, what I know about.
Okay.
Okay. And the MGSP program, the Modern Japanese Studies program, my program, is more of a liberal arts kind of program, but it's bilingual. So you will have to study in both Japanese and English. Probably your first 2 years will be a lot of English courses while taking Japanese language courses. And for your second and third year, you will choose your major, like political economy or history. And from there on, you keep going.
Can I ask you something? I'm sorry to introduce to interrupt you, but can I ask you something like why why would I like choose this program? You know, I'm just interested.
And that was the part I was just gonna go to. So no problem, man. So for me, I chose this program to just be able to enhance my Japanese skill. I've been traveling around a lot in Japan before coming here. So when I decided that, okay, I'm gonna go to a university in Japan, then I looked on a few different ones and I saw this program and I decided like, yeah, studying half Japanese, half in English, that sounds really interesting. And they also have a lot of like interactions. Hokkaido University have a really big campus. You will have a lot of opportunities. A few courses you can go out to the local community and interact with them and like learn about like Ainu culture and different like minorities that you would not have a chance to meet otherwise. That's my main reason for choosing MGSP here.
You know, that's a great reason. I think I will go for this program, but I have to finish my program in architecture here. Then
Yes,
go
so
for
finish your
for your program. You know, it's interesting, and I think like Hokkaido University has. One of the most beautiful campuses in Japan, and also it has a large number of international students, like from many countries. So you are most welcome to come here to Hokkaido University and study which major you want, and you are most welcome to join these special programs that Hokkaido University has. Anything to add, Kim?
I heard what Kim said, but probably I would also like to see how is the video about MJSP.
So let's watch this video.
Okay.
Spring is the season of new beginnings, and even more so in Japan. Every day is a new adventure with new friends and classes.
We're wearing yukata. It's a traditional Japanese summer dress. It's great to experience this kind of Japanese culture in Japan.
Hello everyone. Today, the next batch of MJSP students will be starting their Japanese language program. When I was here a year ago, I found it quite difficult to speak Japanese, but thanks to that program, I'm quite confident in speaking Japanese now. So, 皆さん、これからも頑張ってください。
Coming to Hokkaido here in the snow is so beautiful, and it makes me feel so happy to be here. Whenever I come onto campus, it feels like a winter wonderland.
Hokkaido University is a truly beautiful place to spend your university years. We look forward to welcoming you onto the program one day.
Okay, so Hokkaido University is beautiful, right? There's no second option, second comment about that one. From summer, spring, winter, every season is beautiful. Okay.
Too beautiful.
So can we have some more comments from YouTube?
Yes, there is a comment. It is like interesting because it's related to recent news in Japan. He talked about, is it true that Tokyo experienced snow for the first time in more than 50 years? Maybe there's an effect of climate change. Yes, of course it is effect of climate change. I assure you. And then,
How about
it's interesting.
overall comments? Like
Overall, okay, there is.
comments.
I want to talk about so a good environment, beautiful campus, the international student and lesson. I think he is just
Okay, so maybe
he's
we
really
can
interested
read.
on Hokudai.
Oh,
So
okay.
maybe
That's,
it's
that's
really
really
interesting
good.
in Hokudai.
Yeah, so maybe you can read few comments from there so that we could know.
And then from Lutfanisa, I have been there. Hokkaido University is indeed one of the most Japan beautiful university. Yes, I agree with this. Really too beautiful for me. Do you agree?
I really like this comment, like study architecture. I really thank you for this comment. Thank you. Thank you. Go ahead and study architecture. You know, architecture division here in Hokkaido University is very interesting division, and they have like many programs for architecture here. So I think studying architecture is one of the most interesting things for me here in Hokkaido University. Any other comments?
Yes, like from Huhin Duongti. Yes, my friend in Hokudai now, she advised me keeping higher graduation in Hokudai. Good
Well,
advice. Your
that's-
friend is good.
Exactly, like that's really good. And Hokudai, it also have some kind of program like eCube. If you
eCube,
have
yes,
heard about
next.
it, English engineering, right? So those kind of courses you can take all in English. And that's really good because Hokkaido University is one of the university who produce top engineers,
Yes.
international engineers
Science
too.
too.
So yeah, please come to Hokudai.
And a lot of comment talk about a winter wonderland. Do you have a comment on this? Maybe some comment?
I think it's a wonderland for sure. Like I like how the artificial lake in Hokkaido University freezes, and I like also the snow here. I like how the campus is so large and how the experience of winter here is so amazing. So maybe you can join us to have this unique experience in Hokkaido University.
Well, if you like winter, then we have all 5 months of winter here, so please come. Well, yeah, that's a wrap, guys. First of all, I would like to thank our viewers, the people who commented on Facebook, on YouTube, all our friends who responded to our invitation. Thank you so much. Kokoro kara arigatou gozaimashita. And to my fellow panelists, I am so glad that this is over now. I learned so much from you. Especially about climate change, the effect of climate change on different areas of the world. So yeah, I like talking about science, and yeah, I'm so pleased to have you here with me. All right, so otsukare-sama deshita.
Okay, Shi, would you like to say something?
Yeah, it's a treasure experience for me to speak with you and hear a lot of discussion and a lot of views from the internet. So thank you very much.
Yeah, thank you so much for viewers and who discussed with us from 2 hours, and it will be long day for everyone because many people are waiting for this event, and then we are really appreciate for that. And especially, we don't need to stop today itself. We have to give more importance about the global warming, for reducing the global warming. So we have to keep doing like these discussions and to more like enthusiastically we have to organize like these events to reduce the global warming. And I would like to welcome you all for the Hokkaido University through any other programs. It may be for eCube, or because in Hokkaido University there are many programs which is organized for mainly international students.
Okay, so I would like to say thank you for being with us today, and hopefully we will be seeing you in Hokkaido University. For me, I learned a lot today from the YouTube live comments as well as after discussing with all of you. So for me, it's a kind of, I enjoyed a lot. And for those viewers, I would like to say thank you and welcome to Hokkaido.
Yeah, I want to say thank you guys and thank you all. It's been really fun today, and I learned a lot, like especially like the garbage sorting thing in different countries. In Sweden, it's just like everyone does it, but seeing how other country has it was really, really interesting to me. So thank you.
I would like to thank our viewers for tuning in and putting all of these nice comments. Like one of these comments is very interesting for me, is you all are very active and energetic guys. I like you all. And we like you. We like you also. We like you also. And we like all the people, the good people that joined us and tuned in to just watch this program here in Hokkaido University and try to learn about global issues.
And for me, it's really fun to spend these 2 hours with you guys. Thank you so much. Okay.
And then
okay.
we would like to introduce the Hokkaido University Experience Tour again. So Tamir, please.
I will be introducing also the Hokkaido University Experience Tour 2017. And this tour is very unique to me because I think, or I hope one of you viewers will go to this tour. Like last year, we had many people from many countries, different countries going to this tour. And it's amazing, really amazing. So what you want to do is 4 steps, and it's very simple. The first one is just like the Sustainability Weeks on Facebook page. The second one is just put going and leave a self-introduction about yourself. We want to know you. Also, the third one is participate in the discussion on live YouTube and also on Facebook. Try to put some comments about the discussion held today. And we will appreciate all of these comments and try to respond to them. We have also, the last one is submit your application form by December the 4th, 2016. And this application form is a short report. So you don't have to write many pages, but it's good to have this comprehension about these issues that we discussed today. I would like to thank you all for tuning in and thank all my colleagues here. And I don't know what to say to the nice people who commented on the YouTube live broadcasting and joined us. Thank you very much.
And
thank
then
you very
lastly,
much.
I would also like to thank Hokkaido University and the staff of Sustainability Weeks for making this all possible for us.
Okay, thank you so
Thank you
much
guys.
for
Thank you.
being with
Thank you.
us.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
See you next year.